I'd like to preface this review by saying that I will not be making a single reference to Keanu Reeves' previous work, as that would be irrelevant and frankly pointless. With that in mind, enjoy! Sometimes in life we must do things that we do not want to do. Sometimes we must suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. Sometimes we must decide that writing these sober is probably for the best and that 12:25 is too early to have a drink. Sometimes we must struggle to come up with an opening paragraph for a scripted video, but never should we have to face something so appalling as the fate that awaits anyone tempted to open the box, remove the DVD, and place it into the drive. Never has optical disc reading technology wrought such pain as 47 Ronin. Of course, I exaggerate. 47 Ronin is far less painful than a root canal abscess, but not so much less painful that I could ever in good conscience recommend a fellow inhabitant of this glorious planet to watch it. 47 Ronin is the first film directed by Carl Rinsch, and isn't that a way to start? It'd be like starting your first date by vomiting on your partner's shoes, but I digress. Rinsch's film aims to dramatise the legend of the 47 Ronin, otherwise known as the Revenge of the 47 Leaderless Samurai, who united to avenge their lord in a demonstration of the Japanese samurai code of honor Bushido. Interestingly, a critic of the times, Yamamoto Tsunetomo, author of Hagakure, A Spiritual Guide for a Warrior, claimed that the 47 Ronin of history were too well prepared, and should have spent less time formulating a plan that was likely to succeed, perfectly demonstrating that the 18th century Japanese military were completely bananas. Wait a second, I've just found a note here saying that 47 Ronin isn't about historical events, and is in fact a tale about the child of a demon, played by Keanu Reeves, who must overcome a social stigma to defeat an evil witch. I think I see the problem here, and it's that Carl Rinsch couldn't make his bloody mind up. In short, 47 Ronin is a touch schizophrenic. The film opens with young Keanu Reeves running through a forest fleeing from demons before being picked up by local clan lord. The film then documents Reeves' struggle to be accepted by the clan and its samurai, culminating in a visit by Tokugawa du jour, where the film inserts some sort of tournament between the good clan and the bad clan, who helpfully wear black. At this point, the film introduces the dodgy witch woman who spends most of her time making attempts on various people's lives to keep the plot advancing, which is nice of her. She uses her powers to cause the man supposed to be fighting in the tournament to go completely batty, at which point the clan, established to have a huge amount of samurai at its disposal by this stage, thinks the best thing to do would be to let Reeves' character step in, which ends in him being beaten by men with sticks after losing the fight. After this perplexing series of events, Reeves goes missing from the film for a very long time, whilst the actual plot happens, a sexy witch lady enchants good clan leader to attack a guest. At this juncture, Tokugawa graciously lets the clan leader commit seppuku, and then proceeds to exile his samurai, making them Ronin. I wonder how many there were. Tokugawa also appoints the leader of the evil clan as the leader of both clans, as he felt he hadn't quite ruined enough lives just yet. Evil clan leader then sends away the Ronin, barring Hiroyuki Sanada, who he throws in a hole. A year passes, and Sanada is pulled out of the hole, at which time he meets his wife and child, saying loving words to the former and tolerating the latter, who tells him that the fellow Ronin have all buggered off to do something more enjoyable. Enraged by this betrayal, Sanada reunites the Ronin by telling his son to do it, who manages it off screen, which is a blessed relief. Sanada then decides that he needs Reeves' help, and goes to a slave trading port to find him, where he is met by the tattoo man from the cover of the film. Being important enough to go on the cover, his part is as memorable as one would expect, so he has 17.08 seconds on screen and is never seen from again. I couldn't make this shit up. Sanada has a fight with Reeves, and then the two run away together. If I'm sounding a little sketchy, it's because this film has so little substance to it. Case in point, a hefty chunk of fuck all happens before Reeves takes Sanada to a cave to get some swords from his demon parents, who aren't best chuffed with him. Nothing ever comes of this, however, and Reeves, Sanada, and assorted Ronin leave with some demon swords. The assembled then plan an attack on evil clan leader, who cleverly sends Witch Lady in his place, and she kills a fat man who is the emotional heart and my main love interest to this point. They then do some planning, the idiots, am I right, Tsunetomo? And launch an attack on evil clan leader at his wedding. At this point, the film accidentally does something of merit and includes a sequence where the samurai conquer evil clan castle, which I should mention lives in eternal night and atop a constantly snowing mountain, stopping just short of being carved in the shape of a fucking skull, by stealth, and line up the killing shot on evil clan leader. However, things go inevitably tits up and culminate in a big fight. When I say a big fight, I actually mean two big fights, as the film has been juggling two stories this whole time and might as well not stop now. This entails a swordy duel between Senator and evil clan leader, and a magic duel between Reeves and sexy witch lady. These fights manage to be marginally less uninteresting than the rest of this abominable mess, but are over too quickly to be worth dwelling on. After evil clan man and sexy witch lady are killed to death, the triumphant Ronin meet with Tokugawa, who feels so sorry for the fact that he ruins the lives of so many men that he makes them all commit seppuku, upon which note the film happily ends. If that description made you want to watch the film, in which case check yourself into a psychiatric hospital, but if it did, then let me put a few final nails in the coffin. Firstly, I managed to accurately, given a certain set of parameters, describe the events of the film without once mentioning the fact that there's a big monster fight in the first 15 minutes and that Keanu Reeves is having a love affair with the daughter of the leader of Clan Good and Noble. These two facts are a perfect demonstration of how much unnecessary shit there is in this bloody film. Unnecessary characters, unnecessary scenes, unnecessary plot elements, unnecessary love interests, unnecessary lead fucking actors. Second is the scene at the beginning of the film, which is the absolute nadir of the whole affair. Reeves and Reeves's love interest are running through a wood, whereupon they stop and Reeves picks up a twig and asks, "What do you see?" "A branch," she replies, completely nonplussed by the stupid fucking question. The camera then cuts to show a deer. "No, a deer," says Reeves. I'm just going to let that hang a moment. Anyway, if you're a thick git like me, then you'll see past the obvious fact that they're saying that Reeves is good at tracking things and think that Reeves is just being a total dick, waving one thing and then saying another. If you aren't a thick git, then the scene comes across as completely fucking supercilious, as it is played for one other scene in 2 minutes where Reeves tracks a thing. Finally, and most fatally of all, the film is entirely in English whilst populated by respected Japanese actors. Even if the writing weren't shit, it feels really weird and stilted to see the Japanese actors forced to deliver lines in English. Take the following scene between Reeves and love interest. "My father told me this world was only a preparation for the next. That all we can ask is that we leave it having loved and been loved. I will search for you through 1,000 worlds and 10,000 lifetimes until I find you. I will wait for you in all of them." Ta, love. Anyway, barring the awful writing, this scene, along with the rest of the film, would have sounded so much more natural in the cast's majority language, Japanese. Fuck it, it would have at least been more consistent if they'd done it in a language none of them knew. "Mon père m'a dit, ce monde n'était qu'une préparation pour la prochaine. C'est tout ce que nous pouvons demander. C'est que nous laissons ayons aimé, et été aimé. Je vais te chercher à travers mi monde et 10 000 vies, jusqu'à que je veux trouver. Je vais attendre pourvu dans chacune d'eux." Moving on. Christ, this film was awful. I didn't even pay for the DVD myself and I still feel cheated. To conclude, this film was so bad that I don't think I could even play devil's advocate for it, and it couldn't have passed at a great enough speed. Overall, definitely not an excellent adventure. Fuck.